From a neuroscience and psychology perspective, actually neither fear nor hope are the answer, because neither of those emotions in general are not predictable levers of behavior. You can make one person fearful and they will behave in one way, and you make another person fearful with a message and they behave in a different way. Same with anger, same with hope. On fear, the possible outcomes that you can get are people becoming anxious and paralyzed and not knowing what to do. People becoming sort of frantically activist in the way that they think they need to do something, and that can go very, very extreme. People switching off because they say, oh, this message is scary, it's too scary, I don't want to engage with it. Or people becoming denialist, where they say, this message is scary, people are trying to manipulate me, therefore I'm going to start looking into this, and then you can find a narrative that supports the view that these people are in it for their own benefit. So if you have a landscape of responses to fear messaging, that explains pretty much the state that we're in today. That's where we sit with the confusion and the fragmentation. It's exactly what psychologists who were looking at this from the 1970s onwards predicted would happen. The only time when fear is a good communication mechanism is when you at the same time can communicate a solution that feels concrete, doable, and effective. That means that if you do the solution, the fear has gone away. The reason for your fear has gone away. So that's why fear was a relatively good mechanism to communicate on COVID, because at the same time, you could communicate the actions that people could do to keep themselves safe from the infection, or then later to get a vaccine. On climate, we're constantly missing those concrete, doable, and specifically effective actions. Hope, the problem there is that if you communicate just a message of hope through solutions, then you get people saying, someone else is solving the problem, I don't need to do anything anymore. Mm-hmm. So neither of these emotional things are the right way to go. And we should think of emotions not as something that we want to trigger in our audience, but as almost like a side effect, a consequence of the fact that we've gotten through to them with our message. It's not the main driver to action. It's the driver to action is the learning from the people around us, the peer-to-peer learning, the social learning that we've talked about before. Mm-hmm. Seeing someone do something and then saying, if they can do it, I can do it as well.